Thinking of your own writing, what do you wrestle with and what delights you in your own creative practice?
Well, right now, this is a great question, right? Because I can get going on this one. Right now, I'm working on something which returns me to early well springs of, just places where I connected around literature and language. So I'm thinking a lot about storytelling, and which is something I'm trying to teach myself to do. I mean, I tell stories pretty well orally, but this is a different thing. I'm thinking, well, how do you put out stories which are not conventional narratives? They are, poetic narratives. So I'm exploring that right now, and so I'm finding all these forms. My theme for this is Scheherazade, our woman storyteller who, to just tell the story briefly, the frame story. It's a Persian collection of stories that have been added to, but the frame story is Scheherazade has to tell a story every night to keep the caliph, or as I call him, the boss, from this kind of obsessive, murderous idea that women are not faithful. So he would sleep with a virgin or a new woman, and then in the morning, because of the potential unfaithfulness, he would have her executed. So Scheherazade is there saying, look, let me tell you a story. And she starts to tell him a story and tells him a story, and the caliph, the boss, looks up and says, oh, it's morning. I'm so into the story. What happens next? And she says, well, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow evening, then, this evening. And she does this, right? And thus the story, 1001 Nights. So I've been thinking about what is it to tell a narrative, even a poetic narrative, or especially a poetic narrative, as if your life depended on it. So what are the stakes? It's a version of your first question.
Yes.
What are the stakes of literature? What do we have to, what is it that will rouse us out of this terrible sleepwalk off a cliff as a society, or hopelessness, the other kind of, a collapse into hopelessness. What are the stories we tell ourselves, even as poetic, or especially as poetic narratives, that help us to keep working and moving forward?
Yeah, that is it. I'm looking forward to that.
It's fun. That's what I'm wrestling with. It's a big chunk. We'll see.
Sounds like both wrestle and delight.
Yes, that's right.